Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take a microscope to the financial world, and today we are diving into Protalix BioTherapeutics, Incorporated's latest report. You might think it is just another corporate filing, but sometimes these documents are like a treasure map. And we're going to try and unearth some hidden gold, or maybe some red flags. Before we jump in, if you love getting quick insights into what is really going on behind the scenes of big companies, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we've built a fantastic community over on our Discord channel where we break down these filings even further. You'll find the link in the description below. Alright, so what we're looking at here is a current report filed on the 13th of November 2025. Now, what is really important to understand about these filings is the date of the earliest event reported. In this case, it's pretty straightforward given the filing date itself, meaning they are reporting on events that happened up to and including that the 13th of November date. This specific document is what is called a Form 8. Think of it as a press release for important company news that the public needs to know right away. It's not a quarterly or annual report which give you a big, broad financial picture. And 8K is for those specific, noteworthy events. Protalix BioTherapeutics Incorporated with the ticker symbol PLX is traded on the NYSE American Stock Exchange. This tells us it is a publicly traded company, meaning regular folks like you and me can buy shares and have a stake in its performance. Now, the filing gives us all sorts of administrative details, like their phone number. While this isn't the juicy part for investors, it's part of the required information to help identify the company. The real meat and potatoes of this particular 8K is item 2.02, which is about results of operations and financial condition. What this means is they are announcing some important financial updates. So on the 13th of November 2025, Protalix put out a press release. This report tells us about their financial performance for the quarter that ended on the 30th of September 2025. It's not just about the numbers though, they also gave an update on their business operations and what's happening with their clinical trials. This is crucial for a biotech company because their future success often hinges on the progress of their experimental treatments. And it's this press release, dated the 13th of November 2025, that's attached as Exhibit 99.1 to this filing. When we look at these documents, the exhibits are often where the real detail is hidden, beyond the summary in the main report. This press release would contain the specific financial figures and the narrative around their business progress. Now, let's dig into what this financial results announcement for the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025 might tell us for a biotech company like Protalix. The results often break down into a few key areas. First, you're looking at revenue, which for a biotech can come from product sales, licensing agreements, or even grants. Then you want to see expenses, which in biotech are heavily weighted towards research and development or R&D, and the costs of bringing drugs to market known as selling, general and administrative expenses or SG&A. What we'd be looking for in that press release is whether their revenue is growing, shrinking, or staying flat. Are they selling more of their existing products? Are new partnerships bringing in more cash? On the expense side, is their R&D spending increasing, which could signal investment in new drugs, or are they cutting costs? We'd also be interested in their net income or loss. Biotech companies, especially those still developing therapeutics, often report losses, at least for a period as they invest heavily in R&D. The key question is whether that loss is shrinking over time, meaning they are moving towards profitability or growing, which could be a concern. We'd also want to see any updates on their drug pipeline. What stage are their clinical trials in? Are they moving from phase 1 to phase 2? Or closer to seeking regulatory approval? Positive clinical trial data can significantly boost a company's stock price and future prospects, while setbacks can have the opposite effect. For Protalix, knowing which specific drugs or treatments they are developing is important context. Are they focused on rare diseases, chronic conditions, or something else entirely? This helps us understand their market and the potential impact of their innovations. And finally, this filing includes an interactive data file. This is part of a regulatory push for easier digital analysis of financial information. It means the data within the filing is often tagged in a way that computers can easily read and process, making it simpler for analysts and investors to crunch the numbers. Now, let's consider the bigger picture for Protalix BioTherapeutics Incorporated. As a biotech company, they operate in a highly competitive and regulated industry. Their success depends on scientific innovation, successful clinical trials, regulatory approvals, and ultimately, market adoption of their products. Risks are inherent, including the possibility of drug failures in clinical trials, competition from other companies with similar or superior treatments, patent expirations, and changes in healthcare policies. Looking at this filing, the The very narrow focus on a press release about their quarterly results means we don't have the deep dive into risks and opportunities that you'd find in a 10Q or 10K. However, this 8K filing serves its purpose by quickly informing the market about significant updates. So, to wrap up what this particular filing tells us, it's an announcement that Protalix BioTherapeutics Incorporated released their financial and business updates for the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025 on the 13th of November 2025. The key information about their revenues, expenses, and clinical progress would be in the attached press release. Our assessment of Protalix, based just on this filing, is that they are actively communicating their progress to the market. The real story, as always with biotech, lies in the details of those financial results and the progress of their drug pipeline, which are contained within the press release they issued. We need to see if their revenue is growing, if their R&D spending is leading to promising clinical results, and if they are inching closer to profitability or significant product launches. These are the fundamental drivers of value in the biotech sector. The main risk, as mentioned, is the inherent uncertainty in drug development and market acceptance. An opportunity would be successful clinical trial outcomes or new market entries. Alright, that is our quick look at this Protalix BioTherapeutics Incorporated report. What is your take on these kinds of company updates? Do you think biotech filings offer more hope or more risk? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. We also have that Discord link down in the description, so come join the conversation there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.